Meanwhile, Ukraine and Russia are accusing each other of shelling rescuers and evacuees in the flood-hit Kherson region. Moscow says its forces fought off a Ukrainian offensive in another part of the front line. The UN nuclear watchdog has stated Europe's largest atomic power plant is still receiving water from a key dam after it was breached in the fighting. Water from reservoir of the dam is still being pumped to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant to cool reactors, though levels are at values earlier thought to make it impossible. Emergency services are still racing to rescue people stranded by the flood-swollen waters of Dnipro River, which have forced thousands to flee. The destruction of the major dam on the river on Tuesday left 600 square kilometers of the region underwater. The World Health Organization sounded a grim warning, saying the impact on the region's water supply, sanitation systems and public health services cannot be underestimated. WHO chief added UN agency has rushed in to support authorities and health workers in preventive measures against waterborne diseases and to improve surveillance. Volodymyr Zelensky visited the area after floods inundated dozens of villages and parts of regional capital Kherson. Shortly after the visit, Kyiv said Russian strikes in the center of Kherson and the surrounding area killed 1 and injured 18 more, including emergency services staff. Moscow installed authorities on the other bank of the Dnipro River, which is controlled by Russian forces, said 2 evacuees were killed by Ukrainian shelling. In the neighboring Zaporizhzhia region, Russia said its forces had fought a 2-hour battle with Ukrainian troops in the early hours of Thursday. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said the Ukrainian offensive involved 1,500 soldiers and 150 armored vehicles. He said the enemy was stopped and retreated after heavy losses. Ukrainian officials have said their forces are ready for a long-expected counteroffensive, but there would be no formal announcement when it begins. The country's deputy defense minister said only Russia was conducting defensive actions near the town of Orikhiv in the Zaporizhzhia region. Zelensky hailed what he described as results in heavy fighting in Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine. Amid Russian attacks on critical infrastructure, Ukraine called on Europe to double electricity supplies. The country's energy minister said, and I quote, "We asked Europe to increase the supply from the current import ceiling to 2 gigawatts.